Hello, my name is Feray, and this is the executive presentation for the upgrades of the Robot Parts Inc. IT system. So here's the agenda for today's meeting. First, we will review the executive summary, and we'll talk about system configuration. Next, we're going to talk about startup shutdown procedures. And next, we're going to talk about social media security policy. And then document the OS version and IP configuration. And then we're going to look for creating a new user. We're going to talk about review of security baseline. Next, we're going to verify network protection. And we're going to look for issues, identify and reach solution. And we're going to watch system demonstration. And then finally, we're going to talk about recommendations and closing remarks. So as contracted, Sorrel Cybersecurity and Information Technology Consultant has updated and configured robot part, incorporated networking, infrastructure, and underlying computer systems to meet the company's budget and operational and security needs. So here's the system configuration. So here we have the network diagram for system, and we installed and configured. So this network is a 3-home DMZ. A DMZ is a secure subnet for internet-facing resources. And this contract involves installing and configuring 7 devices: router, firewall, CEO PC, Kali-Untrusted PC, DNS server, web server, Kali-DMZ PC, and Kali-Untrusted PC. And these 7 devices are virtual PCs and have been installed into an Oracle VM VirtualBox running on an existing computer located at your central office. So first, we have the router firewall, and it connects to the 3 legs of the DMZ. And this network has 3 gateways configured as a LAN, WAN, and OPT1. And second, we have the CEO PC, and it's connected to the trusted network on the LAN side of the router firewall. The CEO PC is configured with DHCP addressing. And third, we have the Kali-Trusted PC. It is also connected to the trusted network on the LAN side of the router firewall. And the Kali-Trusted PC is configured with DHCP addressing. And fourth, we have the DNS server. It is connected to the DMZ network on the OPT1 side of the router firewall. And fifth, we have the web server. It is like the DNS server, and it is connected to the DMZ network on the OPT1 side of the router firewall. And sixth, we have the Kali-DMZ PC. It is also connected to the DMZ network on the OPT1 side of the router firewall. And the Kali-DMZ PC's IP was manually configured for the DMZ network. And last, we have the Kali-Untrusted PC. It is connected to the untrusted network on the WAN side of the router firewall. And the Kali-Untrusted PC's IP was manually configured for the untrusted network. So now we're going to talk about startup shutdown procedures. So startup and shutdown procedures are important, and always follow the startup and shutdown order to prevent from having a non-functional system. In order to start a particular machine, select the machine from the list on the left, then click Start in the upper right corner of the Oracle VM Virtual Manager. So now we're going to talk about social media security. So we perform an FTP transfer between the web server PC and the CEO PC. And during this operation, we transfer the social media security policy file from the web server to the CEO PC. And this file was saved in the home directory in the user account, as shown on the right of your screen. So now we're going to talk about OS version and IP configuration. So on the left side of your screen is the OS version for the CEO PC, and the right side is the IP configuration. As you can see, the CEO PC is running Linux version 2.6.32 and is configured to 192.168.0.15 and using DHCP. And on the left side of your screen, the OS version of the Kali-Untrusted PC, and on the right side of the IP configuration. As you can see, the Kali-Untrusted PC is running Linux version 5.18.0 and is configured to 192.168.0.16 and using DHCP. And there is a note that the Kali-DMZ and Kali-Untrusted are the same version as above. Okay, so on the left side of your screen is the OS version for the web server PC, and on the right side is the IP configuration. As you can see, the web server PC is running Linux version 2.6.24 and is configured to 10.200.0.12. Now we're gonna talk about DNS server. On the left side of your screen, the OS version for the DNS server PC, and on the right side is the IP configuration. As you can see, the DNS server PC is running Linux version 2.6.32 and is configured for 10.200.0.11. Now we're going to talk about creating the new user account. So as requested, we create a new user account on the web server. This was done in a terminal as root using the Linux command shown. Now we're going to talk about review of a security baseline. So let's talk a little bit about the security baseline. So using Nmap, we perform port scans on the DNS and web server PCs, and the result of those scans are captured above. And as you can see, the web server has a number of open ports, and it is recommended a review of those ports be performed to see if any should be closed for security reasons. And now we're going to verify network protection. So to verify network protection, so first we ping between the Kali-Untrusted PC to the Kali-Trusted PC and verify that there was no connection between the untrusted network and the trusted network. So next, we ping between the Kali-Untrusted PC to the Kali-DMZ PC and verified connection was possible. And then we're going to talk about issues identify and resolution. So when we first installed the virtual machines into VirtualBox, we were unable to bring up the website sticklab.net on the COE PC. And we'll see this on the next slide. So using ping, we also discovered that the CEO PC, Kali-DMZ PC, and the Kali-Untrusted PC were not configured correctly. So on the left, you can see that we received the error and says server not found when trying to bring up sticklab.net from the web server using Firefox. And on the right, you can see the correct IP configuration of the CEO PC. And we will talk more about this on the next slide. And we refer to the Kali-Trusted PC to see how it was configured. And we discovered that it was configured using DHCP. So since the CEO PC is on the same network, it is also should be configured as DHCP. So we also checked the Kali-DMZ and Kali-Untrusted PC network configurations and found that they were not configured correctly. So since these required manual configuration, so we refer to the original network diagram to determine allowable IP addresses. And after configuring the CEO PC with DHCP and the Kali-DMZ and the Kali-Untrusted PCs manually, we were able to successfully ping the DNS server and the web server. And we were also able to open the sticklab.net website using Firefox on the CEO PC. So now we're going to talk about system demonstration. So here's a short demonstration using the COE PC. Here is a short demonstration of the COE PC and the web server. First, I am going to bring up the CEO PC from the VirtualBox Manager. So it's already clicked, and I'm going to click the show. And now I'm going to bring up Firefox. And once, it's already here, so I'm going to type sticklab, which is already here, click that, and I'm gonna enter. So which is already connected, means the CEO PC and the web server are connected. And that is all for our short demonstration, and thank you for watching. Okay, now we're gonna talk about recommendations and closing remarks. So in closing, we recommend staff be trained on proper startup shutdown procedures of the virtual machines. You should ensure security patch updates are kept up to date on the system. And run weekly cybersecurity scans. We also recommend using secure FTP for transferring files or other secure method. And we will discuss this on the next 2 slides. So during one of our Wireshark scans, we capture and FTP transfer between CEO PC and the web server. So as you can see above, this can capture the username and password of the FTP connection, and this shows up a vulnerability of using FTP. So on this slide, We show a Wireshark scan of a secure FTP between the CEO PC and the web server. And as you can see above, the username and password are not shown. This is because of the communication is encrypted. And Saral Consulting also recommends the company obtain cybersecurity training for its employees. And Saral Consulting can help with this. And please feel free to contact Saral Consulting for any questions you may have. And thank you for your time.